Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I'm playing Arkham Horror the card game, and this is part 2 of the museum. The Miskatonic Museum. If you haven't watched the video before this one, you want to go back and watch it because you'll understand where I'm at in the process. I just drew Rex's curse for the card during the upkeep phase, and so now it is time for the mythos phase. We place the third doom out of 5 to advance the agenda, and then they have to draw a card. Now, who went first? He went first, and then he went and got up here. Okay, so Rex will draw, is that right? Yeah. Rex draws Passage into the Veil, another one of these. Test 3 will. If you fail, discard the top 5 cards or take 1 direct damage. Okay. My will is 3. And I don't have anything to contribute to help me with that. And remember, I've got Rex's curse, so if I succeed here, I fail. And if this effect causes you to fail, you can test when you succeed at a skill test. Okay. Return the event if this effect causes you to fail it. So draw 1. I got a -2. It says when you would succeed. I did not succeed. So I put this in, and this stays out because you have to succeed and then draw another token in order to get rid of this. So he just failed it, and because he failed it, he must take a damage and 1 to his ally. I'll just take the damage. And then Roland draws a locked door attached to the location with the most clues and without a locked door. The attached location cannot be investigated. That's this one. As an action, you can test 4 fists to break it down, or you can do 4 agility to pick the lock. If you succeed, discard it. Man. So I can't get any clues here until I succeed in either an agility test or a fight test, which is why Roland is there. Okay, that is the end of the mythos phase. It is now my turn. Let's go ahead and let's have Roland deal with this locked door. Okay, so the locked door needs a 4 fight. I have 4 fight, and I'm going to contribute. I hate to get rid of Dr. Henry Armitage, but he's really not going to help me right now. He gets me +2, which takes me up to 6 versus 4. And I'm going to get rid of... Play only during your turn. Either place 1 clue on your location or discover 1 of your location. Alright. 6 versus 4. I don't like those odds, but I can't do much else. 6 versus 4 to try to break the door down. This is action number 1. 6 versus 4. I did. All right, so I beat the door down, which means that was 1 action. And now I don't want to investigate here. After you fail a skill test, you take a horror if you fail it. With a 3 shroud and a 3 investigate, I'm not going to do very well. So what I can do is I've got a fast card here. Play only during your turn. You can either place 1 clue on your location or discover a clue at your location. Remove this from the game. All right, so it gets removed, and I can't get it back during this session or this game. But the good news is, when you would discover 1 or more at your location, you can take 1 off. So I'm going to take 1 off of here, and that's about all he can do for his 2nd turn. And then for his 3rd turn, I'm going to move him back here, and he is done. Rex will now go. Rex will move for 1 action. He's going to do an investigate. Let's see what I got. I've got a weapon, overpower. No. His investigate is 4 versus 3. Man, those are bad odds. Bad odds. Because I've got this, I've got to remember when I do a test, I have to draw another token. Let's go ahead and try to get rid of this curse. So I'm doing 4 versus 3. And I succeeded. So now I have to put this back in and reveal it. Now if I fail, I get rid of Rex's curse. But if I don't fail, if this effect causes you to fail the test... Oh, I did fail. Okay, I got the auto fail. So this goes away. It goes, you discard it. If it causes you to fail... Shuffle it into your deck. Oh, so it doesn't go away. I have to shuffle it back into my deck. Yeah, Rex's curse, not a good one. Whew. And remember, Roland's got his weakness out too. All right, so he tried to investigate and failed. That was his second action. So now I get to do a third and final action, which I'll try to investigate again to get a clue. And where's the bag? 4 versus 3. 4 minus 2 is 2, so I did fail, and Rex is done. Man, I'm not doing so great this game. All right, that is the end of the investigate phase. Enemy phase, there are no enemies. We flip over. Everybody gets a resource and a card. And Roland draws dodge. He's got a lot of those. And Rex draws medical text. Okay, not a great one. And now we place a Doom token. The 4th out of 5. And who went first? It was Roland and then Rex. So Roland draws Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token from the Chaos Bag. If you reveal an Elder symbol or positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take a damage. And if you reveal one of these symbols, take 2 horror. Blech. All right. I got the skull, so I take 2 horror. Well, what I can do is I can put the 2 horror on the Elder sign, so I don't have to take it. And it can handle up to 4. And that was good. This goes away. And then Rex draws Visions of Futures Past. Test 5 will. For each point you fail, discard the top card of your deck. My will is 3 versus 5, so I've automatically failed by 2. And I really don't have anything to contribute, so 3 versus 5. 3 minus 1 is 2, so I fail by 3. 1, bulletproof vest, sucks. His weakness, which I get into play again, and 3. Anytime you draw a weakness card, it's played. Alright, so once again, we've got Rex's weakness out. And that is Rex's card. Now we draw Roland's card. Roland draws Twist of Fate. Same thing. Alright, let's see. Wait, didn't I just do that one? Hold on. Roland went, then Rex. Okay, sorry. Somebody's going to get Twist of Fate again. Alright, darn it. Twist of Fate. Yeah, that was it. Alright. My turn. Roland does no clues on his card, so I've got to get some clues so I can reveal a couple more of these. Well, he can just move in. Yeah, he can just move in because they've already been pulled out here. So let's go to this one. So for one action, he will move here, and it's the Medusa exhibit. After you fail a skill test while investigating this location, discard an asset. There's 2 clues here, and it has a Shroud of 2, which is really good because his investigate's only 3, and I could contribute hyper... You know what? I think I know how I'm going to do this. All right, so for his second action, I'm going to play Hyper Awareness. It costs 2, but it allows me to spend resources to bump up my investigate. And I have 5 left. So I really want to get a clue here. Investigating all these gets me victory points. So for this one with a Shroud of 2, and I've got a 3 investigate, I would like to get it up to 5. So I'll spend 2. I'm at 5 versus 2. And we'll see what we get here. 5 versus 2. I got the skull, which is -1, so I did. I succeeded. I got a clue. And that was his, let's see, he moved, he played Hyper Awareness, and then he investigated. So he is done. All right, that is an asset out here that I can play. He is done. Rex. I need to get all these clues in order to get the victory points here. I need to find that, and I need to find that hall so I can advance that. And this is getting ready to advance once I get the 5th Doom on it. All right, Rex has 3 turns. What can he do? I will play Hyper Awareness for 2. He spends 2, and now he can spend resources to bump that up. He is currently at 4 Investigate versus 3. I will spend 2 to bump that up to 6 versus 3. And remember, if he succeeds by 2 or more, he gets another clue. So 6 versus 3. I got -1. He did it, so he gets 2 clues. That was his, let's see, his first action was hyper-awareness. His second action was to investigate. He's going to do it again. He'll spend the remaining 2 resources to investigate this. 6 versus 3. And I got a 0, so he does get it. And the good news is I'll get that card as a victory at the end of the game, which is an XP point. And he is done. All right, here we go. No enemies, so it is upkeep. Oh, you know what? I forgot Rex's curse. Hold on. So for the first one, he did succeed, but I was supposed to put it back in and draw this. And he would have got 6 minus 1. He would have succeeded. So he still got the 2. And for the next one, I succeeded, but I had to put it back in. And so he's at 6 versus 3. And I got the -1. So he still got Rex's curse out, but he did manage to get the clues, which is fine. I got to get rid of that again. All right, that is it. No enemies. Upkeep phase. Flip them over. They each get a resource. Now they only have 1 resource. Actually, no. He has a bunch left. Okay. They each draw a card. Roland gets a weapon, 45 automatic. Excellent. Rex gets magnifying glass. So I did have 2 of those. Well, no, I still only had 1 of those. All right, that is that. We place the 5th and final Doom token, which, after I draw these, we'll deal with that. So the first player to go was Roland. Was it Roland or was it Rex? It was Roland. Roland got Twist of Fate, another reveal token card. All right, so reveal it. I got the auto fail, which is 2 horror. And guess what? That's enough to knock my Elder Sign out and back into the discard. But that's what it's there for. And then Rex draws Terror from Beyond, Peril. Only he can deal with this. Choose one of the following card types, asset, event, or skill. Each player must discard each card in his or her hand that is of the chosen card type. If this is not the first copy of this drawn, choose 2 card types. If this is not the first copy of Terror drawn this phase, choose 2. So if you draw it again, you got to draw. Okay, so it is the first time. So if this is not the first copy, choose 2. So it is the first copy. So I've got to get rid of 1 card. So let's see. He's got asset, asset, asset. He's got, and I got to get rid of all of those, right? Discard each card of that. Okay, event, event, asset, asset. So let's do, I'll do skill, right? Each player must discard each card in his hand. So all he's got to do is get rid of skill because Roland doesn't have any skill cards in his hand, so he doesn't have to discard anything. Well, that worked out. Okay. And that is the end of that. That was Roland's card. It is now my turn. All right. Oh, no, we got to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doom, go away. This. We flip it. From the shadows of the museum halls, a terrible creature slithers forth, long and serpentine, and propelled by black leathery rings. If it's already in play, add a Doom. If Hunting Horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard, and the void for Hunting Horror, and spawn it in the museum halls. Well, I have it right here. Where is it? No, I don't. It must be in the deck. So you have to search the encounter deck. Okay, so it's in here. Hunting Horror. There it is. Shuffle the encounter deck. Discard in. All right, so this goes back in. Great. Shuffle the encounter, discard back in. Okay. And it starts at the museum halls. It is a hunter. So it will move towards the nearest investigator, which in this case they're equal distance. So I get to pick. Forced at the start of the enemy phase, reveal a random token. If it's one of these bad symbols, ready the Hunting Horror. So if you evade it, you can still get readied. Okay, there we go. All right, it begins right here, and that's not great. Okay, so it's got a fight of 2 and 3 health, so it's not too bad. Roland's got a gun; he could get it out if he can get this clue, which I'm gonna do. So it's Roland's turn. I am going to investigate. He is normally a 3. I'm going to spend 2 because I've got that hyper awareness to get it up to 5. It is 5 versus 3 for his first action. I'll do a 5 versus 3. Five minus 1. Hold on. -3 if hunting horror is at your location. He's not. 5 minus 1 is 4, so I do get the last clue, which is good. I get the victory conditions for this location. So that was his first action. Second action, he's going to play his gun. Well, he can't. He's only got 2 resources, and needs 4. He's got 2. I can't buy the gun because I need 2 resources. So I'll take a resource for his second action. And then for my third action, I will move to the hunting horror, which means it engages with me and it will attack me on its turn, but it's better than Rex. Okay, so it is engaged with me, and that is the end of his turn. Rex will move for 1 action. He's only got 1 resource, so he can't buy a weapon. He will spend a clue, because remember, it says you can, as an action, you can spend a clue to reveal one of those, to put one. So I know that one of these 3 is going to be the research hall. So I'll spend this and pull this in. And if I could get to the security office, I can spend actions to reveal them and figure out which one it is. So maybe I want to go, so I went 1. I just did 2. If I move to the museum, I'm not going to get here. But I do think it's kind of, but I have to reveal here. So let's spend another clue for his, so he moved, second action, and for his third action, he'll spend a final one and bring this one in. So they're all in the row. And now, if Rex can get down here, he could start revealing, and we could find that restricted one. All right, that's it. He flips over. It is now the enemy phase. The hunting horror will attack Roland. However, I have dodge, fast, play when an enemy attacks an investigator at your location, cancel it. But it costs a resource token. So maybe I do want to take the hit, only because this will cost me 1 resource and I won't have enough to buy the gun. No, I'd rather not take the damage. We'll pay the 1, and I'll discard, and the hunting horror is at the start of the enemy phase, reveal a token. If the reveal token has it, ready him. Well, he wasn't exhausted, but now he's exhausted, and it's not the start of the enemy phase. So he's exhausted, and it is now the Mythos phase. Place a token. Now 7 is what it's needed. Now this one says shadows deepen. The shadows in the museum grow and become darker. As the shadows lengthen, they begin to suggest the sinewy body of an uncanny creature darting at the periphery of your awareness. When hunting horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn to it. Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, so Shadow Spawn bumps it up. Hunting horror gets +1 fight, +1 health, +1 evade for the resources on it. If they're okay, so it didn't matter because I did play dodge, which would allow me to dodge it, and that's fine. All right, so it's going to get bumped up when hunting horror enters play. Attach the set-aside copy or add 1 resource if it is already attached. Shadow horror spawns. Hunting horror gets +1 for each resource on Shadow Spawn. If there are at least 3 resources, it gains massive. So when it gets too big, it attacks everybody at its location. All right, that was the Doom token. Now, who went first? It was Roland. Roland moved to get so Roland gets pushed into the Beyond. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards. If it's discarded, you get 2 horror. The only asset I have is Hyper Awareness. So I will put it in here. I will shuffle the deck, and if I draw 3 cards and it shows up, I get 2 horror, which is not good for Roland. Roland's already down to 4. So, all right, there we go. So let's draw the top 3. 1, nope. 2, nope. 3, excellent. All right, so he didn't draw it. So that goes away, and then Rex draws Beyond the Veil. Put it into play in your threat area if there's no copy there. If your deck has no cards in it, take 10 damage. All right, so when Rex's oh, that's not good. When Rex draws from this deck or empties his deck, he dies. So that is bad, and I don't think there's any way I can get rid of it. There's not. And it gains Surge, so I got to pull again. Crypt Chill, test 4 will. Now remember, he's got Rex's Cursed out. So his will is 3. He has nothing to help him with that. And I'm going to just have to do it. All right. Test 4 will, and I've got 3. There are some +1s in here, so I can always get lucky. 4 versus 3. My 3 versus 4, and this is -1. I failed. Choose and discard 1 asset. I'll get rid of Hyper Awareness. But it also says, if you fail, search the encounter deck for the Hunting Horror and spawn it at your location if able. Well, it's already there, so it doesn't matter. All right, that was Rex, and that was it for the... did I not do their upkeep? I don't think I did. I did not. They each get a resource. I just went right from the enemy phase to that. And then they draw a card. Rex got Unexpected Courage, or Roland got Unexpected Courage, and Rex gets Preposterous Sketches. All right. And there is now and this one readied. Hold on. So I dodged it. That does not exhaust it. I don't think so. It attacks and it exhausts. So yeah, so it will get a chance to come back. So it's still exhausted because it was during the monster phase that I dodged it. And it exhausts when it attacks. Pretty sure that's how that works. Yeah, and so it would need to ready on the upkeep. Hold on. No, it would have ready during the upkeep phase. Sorry, it is ready. Okay. So basically, if I evade it now at the start of the enemy phase, it will ready itself. But only if you draw a token and reveal something. So that's pretty good. It only has 3 health. No, actually, it has 4 health. So Roland's really got to do some damage to it. Shoot. It's my turn. Okay, Roland. Let's do Rex. Rex is going to go 1, move 2. So 2 actions gone. And for his third, he can't do this because it takes it takes 2 actions to reveal an exhibit. So for his action, what he'll do is he will play. He's got 2. He could play. He could get a magnifying glass out, but that's not really going to help him. Not right now. I need 4, so I'm going to get a resource as his third and final action, and that way on his next turn he'll be able to buy a weapon. He is done. Roland. I have 1 more dodge card. So Roland will fight. I'll pay the unexpected to get me +2. So his fight is 6 versus 3, because it gets +1 fight. 6 versus 3. 6 minus 2 is 4, so I do manage to put a damage token on it. It's got 4 health right now, so that was 1 action. For a second action, I'm going to do it again. And do I have anything to contribute? I really don't. So it's just straight up 4 versus 3. 4 versus 3. I got this, which is -3 if Hunting Horror is at your location. So I failed. And it has Retaliate. So if you fail an attack, it hurts you. It does 1 damage and 1 mental. Okay. I will, for my third and final action, I'm going to have to attack again. 4 versus 3. 4 minus 1 is 3, so I do manage to put another damage on it. 2 out of 4. And Roland is done. It is now the enemy phase. The Hunting Horror will attack Roland. I will pay 1 to play dodge, so it does not hurt me. It is the upkeep phase. This flips. This flips. They each get 1 resource, and they each draw a card. Roland draws Hyper Awareness again. Rex draws Connect the Dots. Discover 2 clues at a location with a lower print shroud value than your current one. Well, that's not going to help me right now. All right, that is it for the upkeep. Put a Doom token at 2 out of 7. Rex went first. He draws Cursed Luck. Put it into play in your threat area. You are -1 skill value for all tests. After you succeeded a skill test by 1 or more, you can get rid of it. I don't really want to be doing any skill tests because he's got Cursed out and Cursed Luck out. So he's just in bad shape. Roland draws, same thing, Cursed Luck, -1 for skill tests. So he's down -1 on fight. And that is it for the Mythos phase. My turn. I will spend 2 actions to look at the revealed side of an exhibit hall in Played, or the top card. So I'm gonna start here. That is not the restricted. I will spend that was 2 actions to do that, and then I'll spend my 3rd action to pay 4 to bring out his gun. He may need to go help Roland. He's got a gun with 4 bullets on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got all this stuff in play up here. Ugh. Okay, and he is done. Roland's in trouble. Roland is in trouble. All right, Roland will fight. He has got 4 versus 3, but he's -1 because of Cursed Luck. And I have nothing to help me. So he's just at 3 versus 3. Now, if I fail this, I can discard this. 3 versus 3. 3 minus 2, so I do fail it. And it does 1 damage and 1 mental trauma to me. I have got 1 mental trauma left, and then I've got 2 left, excuse me. So now I will attack it again. 4, do I want to evade maybe? No, its evade is 3. It's higher, but I might be able to evade. No, it would cost me my weapon, and I'm not ready for that. All right, 4 versus 3. I'm going to attack for the 2nd action. 4 versus 3. 4 plus 1 is 5. I do manage to do an attack on it. All right. I got to get rid of these 2 clues too. And then for my 3rd and final, I will attack again. 4 versus 3. And you know what? I don't have a dodge this time. It's going to attack me. If I don't win this one, he's going to get knocked out. Because it's got Retaliate, which will take off 1, and then when it attacks me, it will get 1. Oh, man. 4 versus 3. I got the -1. I passed. 3. So I do manage to kill it. That was crazy. All right, this goes away, and I think this goes back into here. Or does it go to the void? Hold on. When Hunting Horror leaves play, place it in the void. All right, the void is up here at the top, so it's just hanging out in the void. And that is it for Roland. It is now... What turn is it? Hunting Horror is in play. Okay, that's gone. When Hunting Horror interplay. Okay, so I did read that. I've got to find this room, so he's going to have to spend 2 actions to reveal another one. It's got to be one of the, it's going to be one of these, so I'm hoping I get it right. All right, so it is now the end of the turn. No enemies. These flip over. I each get a resource. Each of them get a resource. They get a card. Roland draws Emergency Cash. Excellent. And Rex draws Thorough Inquiry. An additional cost. Each of them draws. Okay, not bad. Now, Doom Token. Here's the bad part. Here's what's going to happen. I know Roland's going to draw something nasty. So Rex went first, and then Roland. So Rex draws Arcane Barrier. Attached to your location. As an additional cost to move out or in, you must test 4 will. If successful, you can discard it. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effect or discard the top 5 cards. As an additional cost to move out or in. Okay, so I'm glad I'm going to be out of here. This doesn't affect me right now. All right. So the Arcane Barrier will just keep him here. But right now, I don't care about that. I need to look at this. So Roland will draw slithering behind you. If hunting horror is in play, add 1 doom to it. If it's not in play, search for it and spawn it at your location, engaged with you. Shuffle the encounter deck. Come on, man. All right, Roland is in some serious trouble. He couldn't even get his gun out to deal with this monster. I'm going to have to try to evade. That's all I can do. All right, my turn. He will use... I need to help... Well, to move out, I got to test 4, and he's at 3, so I'm probably going to lose that. I need to find this hallway. All right, so I'm going to spend 2 actions, and I'm going to look... It's one of these. Which one is it? I'm going to go with this one. It is. It's the restricted. While hunting horror is at this location, it cannot be investigated. All right, I found it. So it says, if an investigator enters the hall, advance this. So I got to get to it. It's got 4 clues on it. And 3 shroud. Okay. So he spent 2. And then I'm going to move here. And it says, all right, so as an additional move, test 4. I've got 3. And I can't contribute anything to it. So 3 versus 4. I'm probably going to fail it. 3 versus 4. I got 0. So I do fail it. If successful, discard it. Otherwise, you can cancel the effects of the move. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard. So I have to discard 5. So it stays here, unfortunately. But I have to draw 5. 1. Oh, that's it. Wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Well, I didn't discard anything too bad. And now he's here and he is flipped. All right, Roland. Roland's not in good shape. I could buy the gun, which gets me +1 fight and +1 damage. So 2 shots would kill this because it's got 4 health. But both of them would have to be successful. Because when I play this, it's going to attack me, which means I'm going to have 1. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I will play this card for 4. It's got 4 bullets on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then, because I did that, this attacks me. So I go down from, what was I at? I can't remember. I think I go down to 4. And I go down to 1. All right. Now I've got 2 actions to shoot and hopefully beat this guy. So with the gun, with the weapon, I can spend a bullet, and I get +1 fight. So my fight is now 5 versus 3. Not great odds. 5 versus 3. Actually, hold on. Rex is at his location. He might be able to contribute something. I'll contribute medical texts to make it 6 versus 3. I did. 0. So 2 damage on it because the gun does +1 damage. So 2 on it. And now this is when Hunting Heart enters play. And then this comes on it. This always bumps it up. When Hunting Heart enters play, attach this. Okay, so it's still got the 4 health. Otherwise, it would have 3 health. Okay, that was my second action. Third and final action, I will spend another bullet. I get +1 fight and +1 damage. And I've got Thorough Inquiry with a wild. I will contribute it to make it 6 versus 3 again. I need to hit 6 versus 3 or Roland is dead. 6 versus 3. The skull is -1, but it's -3 if Hunting Horror is at your location. 6 minus 3 is 3, which ties it. So I do kill it. Oh, that was close. All right, so it goes back in the void. And he is done. All right. That is it. Enemy phase, no enemies. Upkeep, we flip these over. Put all right, so everybody gets a resource and a card. Roland gets evidence. Rex gets in the know. Investigate any revealed location as if you were there. Okay, so he could investigate this to try to get rid of it. That's not bad. He doesn't have to go there. While hunter horror is at this location cannot be investigated. So I got to be careful. Hunting horror is going to keep coming back. You know it is. All right. It is now time for Doom token. Doom. Rex went first, so he draws Obscuring Fog attached to your location. +2 Shroud. Doesn't matter because I'm not going to be investigating there. Roland draws Locked Door attached to the location with the most clues. The attached location cannot be investigated. It takes 4 fight to break it down or 4 agility to pick it. All right. Well, the good news is I probably can shoot it and get it out. So that is the end of the Mythos phase. 4 out of 7. Let's get here. While it's there, you cannot be investigated. Okay. All right, so I investigated it, so I need to move there. So let's do this. Rex will move for his first action. He will move there. Then it says, once an investigator enters it, you can advance. When you enter the restricted hall, you find the curator of the museum lying in a pool of blood, his intestines strewn about in a grotesque display. Your stomach turns over and you resist the urge to vomit. Whatever did this is still nearby. Search the encounter deck for the hunting horror and place it in the restricted hall. Advance to 3A. So it does show up again here, which means it's going to engage with Rex, and I can't investigate until it's defeated. But it says go on to 3A. Somewhere in this area is Olaus Wormius's Latin translation of the Necronomicon. You must find it and escape. If there are no clues in the exhibit hall, advance. So I've got to get these clues, but I've got to also defeat the hunting horror. Now the good news is I've got a gun, which gives me +1 fight and +1 damage. The problem is his fight is 2, so it brings it up to 3 versus 3. It's not very good odds because the hunting horror has 3 health, or 3 fight. I don't have anything to contribute to make that better. And I hate to use it up, but I could try to evade, and even if I try to evade, I don't have anything to help me evade. And remember, I'm still cursed, so I will have to undo that. Cursed luck, -1 skill. He is in bad shape. So while it's here, I can't investigate, and I cannot. I can only fight this or try to evade. I will try to evade. 3 versus 3. Second action. 3 versus 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. I fail. But I don't get any. There's nothing. It's a retaliate as if you attack. I will try to, for my third and final, I'll try to evade again. 3 versus 3. And I got this, which is -1, -3 if it's there. So I fail. And he is done. And I can't get. I do have the gun. Okay. Roland, with his 3 actions, he will move for 1 action. He will now shoot at the hunting horror. He is 4. I'll contribute a bullet. He's 5 versus 3. I don't have anything to help him. 5 versus 3. Yep. So it's a straight up luck. 5 versus 3. Auto fail. When you fail, it retaliates. I'm down to 1. Oh no, that's it. He is out. Roland is out. I do believe I am going to fail this game. Wow. Let's keep going. He's out. So he fails. It is now the enemy phase. It attacks him for 1 and 1. All right. Then, I ready. So Roland's going to get, he lost by his mental, so he's going to get another mental trauma. So I might as well go ahead and add it. I get a resource and a card. Search the truth. Draw X cards where X is the max number of clues on reg. Okay, not bad. Draw X cards. I can put that in. It is now the Mythos. Hold on. That was, he attacked me. Upkeep. Mythos. Put this on here. Draw a card. Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token. 0. That is an even number. positive or even number. It's not a negative. So nothing happens. All right, is that right? I think 0 is it's even because it goes -2, 0, 2. Yeah, it's even. So it says a positive number or it's not a negative number, but would it, if you reveal any other number, I'll take a damage because I just don't know. I'll take it. All right, it is my turn. Well, he's going to have to fight. I don't have anything that will help me fight using my investigate. I do have a card in there that says you can use your investigate as your fight. So this is going to be a straight up fight. I will do it. I will spend a bullet. And it went in the bag accidentally. He is normally a 2 fight. He gets 3. It's 3 versus 3. It's a straight up even fight. First action, 3 versus 3. 3 minus 2, I fail. He takes a damage and a horror. Second bullet, 3 versus 3. I fail. He takes a damage, and I've got 1 health left and a horror. Third and final one, I do manage to do a damage to it. 2 damage actually. So I've got 1 bullet left. Now here's the problem. On its turn, it will attack me. I do not have a dodge, which means I take the final damage, which means he's going to start with 1 physical trauma on the next his next game. So I lost. Well, if you lose, so this will automatically go if hunting hunters are in play, and then this will go when hunting hunters. Okay, and then this will fail, and it says each investigator who has not resigned is defeated and suffers a physical trauma. So he also gets a physical trauma. Each investigator who is not... Hold on. Each investigator who has not resigned is defeated and so I don't take the mental trauma. The mental trauma just means he goes out. Then he gets a physical. So that's not too bad. I can deal with that. But the bad news is I lost. So if I go to the book... And it says, if no resolution was reached, I did not reach a resolution. Each investigator resigned or was defeated. Go to page 50. Whatever the creature in the museum was, you had neither the will nor the tools to destroy it. It seems you must give up any hope of recovering the Necronomicon. Even so, there are others depending on you. Gather your courage and prepare for your next task. In your campaign log, record that the investigators failed to recover the book. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X. Well, I just got 1, 2. That's it. 2 XP, and that is it. Man, this game will kick your butt if you're not careful. All right, so when my guys come back in the next scenario, he will have a physical trauma. He will have a physical and a mental. And, well, that's about the best I can do. And honestly, this is pretty much par for the course. This is how the game progresses. You win some, you lose some, but you keep moving forward in the story. So the next episode that I play will be scenario 4, scenario 3, which is called the Essex County Express. Looks like we're going on a train ride. All right, everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me for this game of Arkham Horror. I'm playing the Dunwich Legacy. I hope you'll join me in the next episode. Until then, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.